Okay, let's check it out. We're into our last phase here. This is section 4, class 4, boom. This should be the end of it. This actually probably should have been done up front, right? Because like I said before, you have your 72-hour plus survival bags, right? Which you want, again, to be mobile enough so that you can put them in a vehicle or somewhere and move them. And then you want your 24-hour minus, right? So I also have 36-hour bags, which I'll have you pan across over there. Above the duffel bag, you'll see an Alice pack, and on the Alice pack, that thing's packed out. So that's a whole different class right there. And how to pack that, do all that is a whole different process as well. Bella, she knows what I'm talking about. Now. All right, but when we come back to it, so bottom line is my 24-hour and my 72-hour packs, they sit next to each other, and the sole reason is they build off of each other. It's designed solely so my wife can grab her bag and the 72-hour bag, put them in the back of a car in case of emergency, if she's home or if she can get home, and we can roll, right? So that's kind of the theory behind it. So we're going to go over now, we already went over 72-hour bag in the past 3 episodes, and kind of what is you need, the clothing, the tools, and the health and medical kind of essentials to have. Now we're going to go over specifically what she carries in her 24-hour bag for like her normal sustainment when we go on hikes and things like that, right? We both have bags that look like this. Mine's a little bit heavier, it's a little bit more equipment, it's got more ammunition and things like that in it. But it's not even like... So I want to clarify something. I want to make sure everybody knows that I'm not a schizophrenic American that thinks that like the whole world's going to end, right? But I'm a person who believes in being ready. I don't believe in just being ready for one situation versus the other. I think that it's important that when we go out for a hike that she carries the weight that she's going to carry if in case something goes wrong. So if she does it, if we do have to do a significant movement, I'm not talking like 30 miles here or migrating across the United States. I'm talking about if she has to put the weight on and carry it and move, she needs to feel comfortable with it. She needs to understand the weapon that she might have to carry. She needs to understand the stuff that she might have to actually pull out of her pack, right? So it's important that whether it's a quarter-mile hike or it's a 10-mile hike, she carries the same stuff so she knows what's happening. So Ashley, my wife, is awesome, but she was willing to carry the stuff that she would have to carry in the end state of any type of a survival scenario, right? She carries her 24-hour pack. Okay, so I just brought in all the stuff that I need to have here that's normally inside of this bag. Sometimes stuff gets shuffled around and pulled around. So bottom line is I'm going to start from the top. I'm going to kind of move my way through the whole bag. But this is what Ashley carries typically when we go out and about. Right? So first off, you got to have a map, right? So a map's essential. Have a map of the region that you're in. You don't... In your 72-hour plus bag, you need to have a map of the United States or of your whole region, right? But your 24-hour bag, you need to have a map of your current AO, just so you understand it, right? You can have one of these type maps, right, like you get from the state of California. Really what you need to know is main highways, but also it needs to have some type of relief. It needs to show you mountains, it needs to show you something other than just the streets, right? Theoretically. You can survive with something that just shows the major highways. Because our signage here in the U.S. is so good. But a lot of places, a relief map, something that shows those kind of mountain ranges is really helpful. But this will work. Just have a map, right? Next is those candles we talked about before, right? Candles are essential. Again, they are essential. Candles along with the lighter, right? I pulled the lighter out to put it inside of the other pack. You can see it right here, right? Let's just go ahead and throw it in here for now. So your lighter, right? This is America's modern way of lighting stuff, right? Have one. If you don't, you're wrong. Have a damn lighter, right? Candles are essential because they're what's going to dry out your wet kindling so that you can light a fire in any situation, okay? Have a candle, okay? These little teapot candles work great. They melt in really extreme heat, but overall, they do really well for having them just to put if it's a rainy day, light a candle, put it under there, put your small tinder above it. It's going to dry it out, and that's how you're going to make your fire. It's going to work fine for you, so you'll be good to go. Have a backup system, right? So her bag on the side of it always has a backup, right? So we got flint and steel here. So this is what's going to basically allow you to light something in case your lighter goes out, because as lighters get wet, face it, something can go wrong, right? So this gives her a backup. Is she great at using flint and steel? Probably not. Would it probably take her longer than it would for a helicopter fighter to figure this out? Yes, it probably would. But, however, she has the option, and she's a smart gal. So she won't die from lack of fire, right? Because she has this inside of her bag. It's just, she's got to look in the right pocket, okay? So, a whistle, right? Now everyone laughs, right? A whistle, all right? These are military whistles. I have one in my 72-hour bag. I have one in my 24-hour bag, right? They're loud, right? The whistle's no joke. Right? I would recommend this whistle to anybody in the world. It's a military whistle. I don't even know where you buy it. I think I got it from my dad from probably Vietnam or something. Well, it's just 2005. So bottom line is, this thing is old as shit. But they can't. That has to be like the actual issue number, not in the year number, because I know I've had this since a long time. Whistles are loud. Get a good whistle. Don't buy the stupid cheap steel ones that are going to fail you. Because if something's going wrong and you need to blow a whistle, especially in a survival scenario where you're trying to get somebody's attention, get one that works, for the love of God. All right, this is just a little backup X-Acto knife thing. Not really even sure. It's just one of those little guys that helps out with opening up MREs, for cutting up little things. Not really a huge utility tool. Wouldn't recommend going and buying one. If you have something like this that takes little razor blades, something that can be interchangeable, right? Which is what's nice about this one. Is you can you push the button down and pull out the blade. They're kind of nice because you can always make sure it's sustained, right? Don't recommend buying it separate if you don't have it, but if you do, throw it in your kit. Cash, right? There's $20 cash. It used to be $100 cash. Not really sure what happened to the rest of the money. I probably spent it. My wife probably spent it. I don't know. Cash is king, especially 24-hour bag. Okay, 72-hour and beyond. Yeah, it's great to have cash. You should have cash, but ammunition is kind of cash. I would truly recommend though having at least $50 to $100 because even if you're hiking a summit, you pop out on the other side of something and you want to grab some chow, cash is going to be good. But if you come to a spot where you really need help, $50, $100 can get you somewhere, right? So I would always recommend having cash. Cash is king. A P-38 used to be issued up until Vietnam, right? It used to be carried on dog tags. You see a little hole in the top part here. This is it's a can opener. You work your way around top of the can. I recommend having it in any 24-hour kit because you might come across a food source. You might spend $20 on 20 cans of tuna. Who knows, right? But at the end of the day, you need to go get into that stuff. And except for popping a knife into it and going all the way around, this is a great way to jump into a can. And it's simple, lightweight, and it costs like 10 cents. So, all right, here's your lighter. Okay, so here's the lighter that wasn't there that you need to see now. This is how I recommend carrying most lighters. So there's a lighter in here with actually toilet paper or paper towel wrapped around it with cellophane. So if that backpack gets soaking wet, if everything goes wrong for you, this bad boy is going to get you at least enough kindling, or at least enough initial fuel, and it's got the lighter to get you moving forward, okay? So whether you're a dummy or not, you have paper and you have fire in order to move you forward. That's all you should really need at the end of the day, okay? We got our chem lights for emergency purposes, signaling, lights, whatever it is. Should batteries fail, should lights fail, we got these bad squeegees, okay? Okay, we got iodine solution. This is good. This is one of our, we always carry multiple means of water source, okay? So this is one of them. This is to distill water in case of a creek or some type of situation where we encounter, shady water, but we still need to drink. Bam, boom, put some iodine inside of it, right? We have our life straw. So we can drink straight from that same creek, right? No problems, no questions asked, right? So we got life straw, but if life straw is broken or messed up, we don't want to rely solely on one source. That's why we have the iodine solution and why we carry a couple quarts of water in general to start, okay? We got our bandana. So this is essential, coming to be essential as soon as we start talking about clothing. But essentially, think about this, right? In your 24-hour pack, you should be able to wrap your body up in such a way so that nothing is exposed to the elements, okay? So when we look at it, we're going to have a hat, we're going to have a long sleeve, we're going to have a short sleeve, we're going to have gloves, everything we need, whether we're hot, cold, temperate, doesn't matter, no matter environment. You should be able to close your body off so that nothing is exposed, and that's how you're going to protect your skin in the case of a survival scenario where you're out there. You don't know if it's hot or cold, right? You need to be able to contain the effects of the sun as much as possible, which is why we carry things like chapstick, right? Your lips can literally lead to your death. Your lips start bleeding, cracking, getting all infected. That can kill you. Chapstick is essential, right? When you start getting thirsty because you're running low on water, if you're in that type of climate and you're not having your lips properly lubricated, you're going to create cracks, and those cracks create disease, okay? So it's important that you prevent that type of stuff, right? So chapstick is very important, right? So hand sanitizer, basically, my wife's a true mom, and everything's germs. You don't have to have it. Okay, now we'll move on to everything else. So a spork, spoon, whatever you want to call it, right? This bad boy, same thing you get off of Amazon. I've showed it before. I like it. It's got a large spoon. It's strong. It's resilient. It's a great tool. It's got a cutting edge on the fork side. It gets it all done, okay? I'm telling you right now, you got to have writing materials, okay? So writing materials is essential, so you need the pen, okay? You need the pad of paper. You need a pencil. You need an additional pen. You got to have it. It's your way to communicate outside. It's your way to say to people, hey, you know, if you can't talk my language, I can draw a picture. It's my way to record something. I might have heard of the radio, whatever your thing may be. But also, store some tape. Tape is so vital to random shit that you don't even know. You can seal a wound. You can put up a tent. Whatever you do with tape, store your tape along your pens. That way it's condensed, easy. I got like 25 yards of tape sitting on this bad boy. Okay? Brings me down to my gun. Alright, so Ashley prefers a 40 caliber handgun. Right, this right here is a 40 cal M&P Shield. She actually likes the 40 cal Glock that we keep in our 72-hour kit, but I used to have more magazines for it, which is why I kept it in the 72-hour kit, but I'll probably end up flip-flopping them. This Shield is a really good gun. It's a concealed carry gun that I use, but it's a 40 cal, and we use the 40 cal Hornady rounds for personal defense. This gun is strictly meant for personal defense. She's not out hunting bears with this bad squeegee, right? She carries out her kit. It's actually externally carried on her kit, so that if something goes awry or she has some type of issue, she can defend herself. She's not going out there trying to shellac some bears with this bad squeegee. All right, so let's move on. Socks. Always carry a spare set of socks. It's essential. Every bit of clothing you're wearing when you go out to hike, carry one extra set of it, right? So you should have one extra set of shorts. You should have an extra warm weather top, right? Covers all your skin. Cold weather top covers all your skin. And, you know, some type of support system if you're a female, tank top, whatever it may be, right? You want to have something that you can regenerate your entire outfit. Whether you get wet, whether you get cold, whatever it is, double up, layer up, okay? It's important, right? And then a hat. Okay, this is a cold weather temperate hat. I got it. You can also see the hat like that, which is just like a brimmed hat. Always have a hat. Trap that body heat. Keep the sun off the eyes. Kind of keep it down. You should have a pair of sunglasses. Normally you'll leave with that, and you'll be good to go. All right. In this case, this is a 24-hour pack. This is a vegetarian meal. Ashley used to be a vegetarian, so that's why she has this one. MREs are not the end-all be-all, but they will sustain you for at least one day with one MRE, right? So this to me is a possibility of 3 meals. So when I think about 24-hour pack, I think about MRE, three meals, right? Even though it's supposed to be one, it'll sustain you just fine. So she carries a single meal with her in her pack. I carry a couple meals in my pack for the kids and everything, and we're good to go. All right. This is it, first aid kit, backpacking first aid kit. This one's actually kind of essential, right? This kit's got a lot of random stuff in it, right? But it's got everything you need for kind of survival stuff. It's got a little bit plussed up from what REA actually sells. One of the things I really like about it is that we added in a bunch of medications, actually. Like you could probably see on this side. Ibuprofen, Advil, things like that in case you have headaches. So you have additional medications. But if you get hurt, anything other than like trauma, this is what you want to have, which complements well with the trauma kit that we currently have inside of our 72-hour kit, so that you can kind of maneuver them together so that, little cut, scrape, bend, break, blister, whatever you have, boom, covered down on. We got tweezers, all that kind of stuff in here. And then we got the big boy stuff inside of the 72-hour kit, right? So then we're going to move on to our final thing, right? So we got TP. Always have TP, okay? Like, everybody poops, right? It's a thing, right? Have TP in your 24-hour kit because you're moving, right? I get it. If you move into your 72, 96-hour kit, you don't have TP, you want to cut weight, cut space. I got it. You'll figure it out, right? Yes, you'll figure it out. But in 24 hours, come on. Maintain a luxury. All right? And then we always have our water. So I like these because they're long and narrow, and they're about the same as these steel water balls that I've been using. Got this off Amazon, actually. I ordered them first, and then they refunded them because they had steel particles in them, which kind of pissed me off. But they're nice because you can heat them. So this is our tertiary source. So we have a life straw, we have iodine, and then we have steel water balls we can heat and sanitize water from. right? And we put them down the sides of the rucksack. Everything else is stored in between to distribute the weight properly while we're moving, okay? Which brings you to our last two things. Always have a good backpack. This one, outstanding little pack, right? It is Mountain, whatever it is, Mountain Smith. Very nice little pack. It's got some external pockets and stuff. It's cheap. It's good. It's got everything you need. It's got the camelback insert if you want to do that type of thing. But bottom line is, it gets the job done for the perfect expense. And then we have this bad squeegee, which is your wet weather bag. Your wet weather bag. If you are not waterproofing your stuff, you are totally wrong. If your stuff isn't dry, there's no sense in even doing any of this. Keep it dry, folks. Keep everything dry. So that's it. That's all I have for you. If you need anything else, want any other advice, hey, send me a text, comment, whatever you got to do, and we'll probably continue to build on this type of stuff. This is just a baseline, right? And if you do it differently, that's great. That's fine. Do your own thing. You don't have to do it like me, but this works great for our family. So, take care.